Well, it's great to see so many people here, and it's thank you very much for your hospitality for Victoria and myself. I'm going to keep the message fairly simple. I'm going to talk about three things, which any RIBI president, when he visits a club, is going to talk about. But hopefully I'll say them in a way that you'll remember. Could everybody just wave their hands at me, please? Just wave your hands, okay? Now, could you point to where your brain is? Very close. So wave your hands at me, come on. Point to your brains, okay? Now point to where your heart is. So show me your hands, brain, heart. Come on, hands, brain, heart. Hands, brain, heart. Hands, brain, stop. That's the first message. We need more hands. We need more members of Rotary. We need people to do hands-on Rotary. We need more people to do immunisation days in the countries that still have polio. We need more people to help fellow Rotarians when they're not well. We definitely need more hands. We need people with brains. You need strategic thinkers. People are going to think where your club's going to be in 5, 10, 15, 20 years' time. How are you going to be progressing? You need to get the people in and think. But above all, we need people with passion. Passion for Rotary. Just imagine what Rotary would, what the world would be like, just in your own areas, not the, what it would be like if there was no Rotary in your area. Out there in the world, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of lives that have been changed by Rotary. And I'll cover that in a moment. But the real lives that are changed by Rotary are ours. It's our lives that benefit from Rotary. We benefit. We have fun. The President and I were talking. We have fun. We have fellowship. We do good works because of who we are. So we do need more hands, more brains and more hearts. The other thing, of course, it would be no President's visit unless I asked you to support the foundation. But I'm going to tell you a long story, a longish story, and afterwards I hope you'll appreciate why I'm asking you to support the foundation. I want you to visualise 1979, I was a bobby walking the beat. I'm the kid from the dumb road. I left school early. I have no major qualifications when I leave school. And I'm walking the beat, and it was a nice easy job. All I had to do was walk up and down all day. Simple job. And the Rotary Club, local Rotary Club, actually asked me to go and speak to them as the local bobby. Now I actually thought I was going to speak to the Lions Club, but there you go. And I went along and spoke, similar to this, similar event. That was in 1979. And a couple of weeks later, I'm at the police house, and up the pathway of the police house came two of these Rotarians, who said to me, because I mentioned, I thought I would have been caught speeding, or they got a parking fine or something. And they said, we'd like to nominate you to go on a group study exchange at GSE. Now, you know what group study exchange is? So I said, where to? And they said, Rio de Janeiro. And I said, how long? And they said, 6 weeks. And I said, how much? And they said, nothing. I said, I'll go twice. I'll go 3 times. And I went to Brazil. And that GSE experience fundamentally changed my life. I would not be standing here today, and I would not have had the life I've had and the career I've had if it wasn't for that group study exchange. Funded, of course, by the Rotary Foundation, our charity. And of course, in 1995, I got asked to join Rotary. Great honour. And I joined. And then in 2003-04, I was the district governor, and I remembered my GSE. And I said, well, I'd like to do a GSE. And the district said, yeah, great. And we did it with a team from Sri Lanka. At the time, they were at ceasefire. And the team came over with me. And I thought, maybe I'll ask the district to do something over and above just this life-changing experience for these young people. And I asked the district, would you please give me, each club give me $1,000, we'll build 30 houses, low-cost shelter houses, through the foundation, in the areas of the people displaced by the war. And Rotarians responded as you respond. 145 houses and 2 schools later, which is what Rotarians do. And of course the tsunami. So a couple of years after the tsunami, I'm in Sri Lanka, and I'm giving out the keys and the you know, the official sort of handing over the property, And a young lady who was then 17 years of age, Christina, who I'd never met, nothing to do with the proceedings, she came over, dropped to her knees to kiss my feet. And I said, oh no, please stand up. And through the interpreter I said, what was the position? And Christina was, at the tsunami, Christina was part of the fishing fraternity, the boat people. And her entire family had been destroyed. Her village, her extended family, her entire family had been destroyed because of the tsunami. And the day after the tsunami, she's sitting on the beach, literally surrounded by dead bodies, with her twin babies. And the first person to come along that beach was a Rotarian with milk for her children. And she wanted to say thank you to Rotary. And she was saying thank you through me. So my life changed in 79-80. The people who got the benefit of the houses, their lives changed. The GSC teams at Exchange, their life changed. Christina's life changed because of the Rotary Foundation. So that's why I'm asking you to support the Rotary Foundation. Not because it's a league table, or you've got targets, or you get a banner or a shield, or anything to do with that. Do it because it changes lives. It saves and changes lives, and it's the greatest thing we do. So please do that. I want to take you back to about 2004, when I was the Divisional Commander of Belgravia, SW1. It was great because I used to have Buckingham Palace Road on my business cards. And the Metropolitan Police and Scotland Yard was on my match, you know. And I was in the yard one day, walking along the corridor of the yard, and the then Commissioner, three commissioners ago, our commissioners, I should say, I'm nothing to do with News International, I don't know how they don't pay me. And he said, Burman, he said, I'm fed up walking out Scotland Yard and tripping over drunks and beggars and people that are drunk too much. Do something about it, it's your patch. So I said, well sir, if we could stop the senior command calls celebrating every night. So anyway, cut long story short, I ended up leading on behalf of the Met, the way these things do, on homeless issues. And we got a hostel done, you know, because there's street drinkers, beggars, all those problems in central London. And we're going to open the hostel. I want you to visualise the scene. We're coming out of Scotland Yard and we're going to walk to the Army and Navy stores to open up this hostel. And leading to open it up, of course, was Baroness Thatcher. And we're walking across the yard, there's Baroness Thatcher, there's the Commissioner, there's the Assistant Commissioner, 3 or 4 Deputy Commissioners, some people who think they should be Commissioner, and me at the end. And we walk round the corner, no drunks, no. And as we turn the corner, I should say, of course, that 25% of the homeless in central London were ex-military. And as we turn the corner, there, sitting with the dog, with the begging bowl, with the sign, Falklands Veterans. Baroness Thatcher stops, turns to the Commissioner, who turns to the Assistant Commissioner, and I'm at the end, and there's nobody behind me at all. And God bless her, she opened her famous handbag, took out this crisp £10 note and handed it to him. And he said, muchas gracias, senora. The point of the story is, come on, catch up. The point of the story, I haven't got time to laugh. The point of the story is perceptions. You all thought, didn't you? Yeah. Perceptions. What's the perception of Rotary versus the reality? So my third message is simple. You belong to the greatest service organisation in the world, bar none. We are in the greatest service organisation in the world, the organisation that changes and saves lives. And the best PR that there can ever be is, I'm going to pick on you, Mike, is for you to go out there and say, shake hands. Mike, I'm going to tell you about Rotary. I'm going to tell you all about my Rotary Club. How great it is. Because someone gave you a great gift when you were made a Rotarian, when you were inducted. That gift of membership. You become a friend of 1.2 million people in the world. And we need to tell the rest of the world about that great gift. We need to pass that on. And we need to promote ourselves. Because the image of what we are does not relate to the perception. The perception doesn't relate to reality. Does it? What does that badge say about us? Just think what your badge says when you walk anywhere. That badge says, I am a person of integrity. That badge says, you can trust me. Crikey, don't we need that at the moment? That badge says, I give more than I take. That badge says, I am a person who will be called upon and will respond. I'm in the greatest service organisation in the world, the one that governments listen to, health authorities listen to, and I'm incredibly proud to be part of that organisation. Chicago University, on the wall, there's a sign, and it says, and it's by Margaret Mead, who's a Nobel Prize winner and author, and it says, basically, a small group of people can change the world, and frequently do. You are that small group of people. On behalf of all those thousands of people whose lives you save and change, thank you very much. Please, please, please keep on the wonderful Rotary work you're doing. And thank you for your welcome, your warm welcome here today. Thank you for your time.